Many seasons ago, there was an Indian village nestled in the heart of Menifee Valley, California. The Luiseño Indians once called this land sacred. They raised their families with the wisdom of their ancestors. Their lives were filled with pride, joy, and thanksgiving. The Luiseño Indians lived off the land and followed the vibrations of the universe. They claimed this land as their own and vowed to always care for it. While on this earth or from the other side, they would protect it and draw only those who would value this gift of life. The moon was full and the sky was still. Zach and Danny were having the last sleepover at the ranch before school started. The ranch was a special place. They had grown up riding horses, playing cowboys and Indians, and catching lizards. They knew the ranch was in financial trouble, and it wouldn't be long before their childhood playground would soon be barren. All of the horse-loving kids in the community boarded their horses here at the ranch while living out their childhood dreams. They had run out of options to save the ranch from despair, but Zach and Danny held on to hope that an answer to save the ranch would still arrive. The property was once inhabited by the Luiseño Indians, and the artifacts of an ancient village dwelt in the rocks. As they gazed out the window at the illuminating moon, they saw what looked like a black feather waving in the rocks near the ancient Indian village. They jumped out their bedroom window and started to follow this phenomenon. When they got closer to the rocks, they realized it was only Wolfie, the ranch dog, jumping in and out of the rocks, wagging his tail. Wolfie had come to live on the ranch a few years back at the beginning of the decline. He was a strange dog. He moved like a spirit and always watched over the children and animals, as if he had a mission. It was a hot summer night, and the boys decided to sleep out on the rocks with Wolfie. When they woke in the morning, they were shocked to see a black feather laying next to them. Danny grabbed the feather and began to lift it up into the sunlight. Suddenly, he could hear the sound of drums beating in the distance. Zach thought he was crazy, but Danny kept pointing to where the sound was coming from. The black feather suddenly blew out of Danny's hand. Zach's long arm could reach down into the rocks and pluck it out. When Zach picked up the black feather and held it in his hand, he could also hear the beating of the drums. The boys began to tremble with fear, until suddenly they could see from a distance the Indian village that once lived on this land. They were working together, men hunting, women preparing food, and kids playing. The most surprising sight that they could see was Wolfie playing with the kids as if he knew them. They sat in amazement, but soon wondered if the Indians could see them. They decided to throw a rock over the fence, and sure enough, the Indian kids came running over to see where that sound had come from. The boys were excited, and they played for hours together. Soon the boys realized that they needed to get back and started to say goodbye. A sad look came upon Danny's face because he knew he might be the last time he would play on the ranch. He then told the Indian kids, "This might be the last time we see you." Suddenly, Wolfie comes running up to Zach and Danny as if he wanted to tell them something. The Indian kids asked the boys to wait for just a minute and went and got one of the elders in the tribe. He was a shaman. A shaman is a spiritual leader in the group. He had a message to send back to the woman of the ranch. We have seen your devotion. We have called you to our sacred land. We will protect you and see you through. Here is our blessing for you. Remember to live the good life and to do good things with each day that you are given. Help each other and encourage each other to be good people. We all play a part in what the future will be for the next generation. They will remember the things they saw us do while we were with them. And they will look at the path that we left behind for them to follow. Use your lifetime to leave a beautiful trail behind you.
Mary, Mary, why you wanna do me this way? I was dumb enough not to settle down when you wanted to. Now I'm sitting here going crazy, trying to crawl back to